Welcome to our channel. Today we are going to study a science subject known as chemistry. The part of chemistry we will study is called bases. We are going to study these bases with questions and answers for a better understanding. The first question we have here says, a chemical substance that neutralizes an acid to form salt and water is called dash. A. Base. B. Ester. C. pH. D. Oxonium ion. In this question, the correct answer is A. Base. Studies have shown in chemistry that a base is a chemical substance that reacts with an acid to form salt and water only. This reaction of acid and base to form salt and water is called neutralization reaction. The next question says, the following are bases except dash. A. Sodium hydroxide. B. Potassium hydroxide. C. Hydrochloric acid. D. Magnesium oxide. In this question, the correct answer is C. Hydrochloric acid. Among these options, HCl is not a base. HCl means hydrochloric acid. The next question says, a soluble hydroxide is called dash. A. Alkalis. B. Salt. C. Cation. D. Acid. In this question, the correct answer is A. Alkalis. Studies have shown that there are some bases that are highly soluble in water. These soluble hydroxides are called alkalis. So all the bases that can dissolve in water, they are called alkalis. The next question says, alkalis have dash test. A. Bitter test. B. Sweet test. C. Salt test. D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is A. Bitter test. Studies have shown that alkalis generally have bitter taste, and these alkalis can be found in natural things like bile. Studies have shown that bile is alkaline in nature, and the presence of alkalis in bile gives bile its bitter taste. So alkalis have bitter taste, whether they are natural or they are artificial alkalis. The next question says, which of the following is not true about alkalis? A. They are soapy when touched. B. They turn red litmus paper blue. C. They are corrosive in concentrated forms. D. They turn blue litmus paper red. In this question, the correct answer is D. They turn blue litmus paper red. Studies have shown that these compounds called alkalis have unique properties. One of the properties of alkalis is that they are soapy when touched, and studies have shown that they have the ability of turning red litmus paper blue. They are also corrosive in nature. They are corrosive especially in concentrated forms. All these things are facts about alkalis except option D. The next question says, in the equation above, X is dash A. Sodium hydroxide, B. Potassium hydroxide, C. Water, D. Hydrochloric acid. In this question, the correct answer is C. Water. From this equation, we can see that magnesium oxide reacted with triosonitrate 5 acid to produce a salt and water. So this magnesium oxide is one of the bases, and when a base reacts with an acid, the products are salt and water. So in this equation, X is water because this is one of the examples of neutralization reaction in chemistry. The next question says, alkalis react with ammonium salt in the presence of heat to produce dash A. Neon, B. Helium, C. Ammonia, D. Hydrochloric acid. In this question, the correct answer is C. Ammonia. Studies have shown in chemistry that alkalis react with ammonium salts in the presence of heat to produce ammonia. When alkalis react with ammonium salts, when a scientist reacts or mix alkalis with ammonium salt and heats the mixture, the product of this reaction will be ammonia. So ammonia is produced when alkalis react with ammonium salt in the presence of heat energy. The next question says, the following bases are highly soluble in water except dash A. Sodium hydroxide, B. Potassium hydroxide, C. Calcium hydroxide, D. Calcium oxide. In this question, the correct answer is D. Calcium oxide. There are bases that are highly soluble in water. There are bases that are slightly soluble in water. So sodium hydroxide is a base that is highly soluble in water. Potassium hydroxide is also soluble in water. It has high solubility. Calcium hydroxide also have high solubility, but this calcium oxide is slightly soluble in water. It's not highly soluble in water like other bases. The next question says, which of the following chemical substances is used in the production of soap? A. Hydrochloric acid, B. Tetraoxosulfacic acid, C. Sodium hydroxide, D. Ethanoic acid. In this question, the correct answer is C. Sodium hydroxide. Studies have shown in chemistry that there is a base called sodium hydroxide. This sodium hydroxide is used in the production of soap. The next question says, the chemical formula of calcium hydroxide is dash A. CaO, B. MgO, C. NaOH, D. CaOH2. In this question, the correct answer is D. So option D is the chemical formula of calcium hydroxide. The next question says, the bases that ionize completely in aqueous solution to produce positively charged metallic ion and negatively charged hydroxide ion are called dash. A. Strong bases. B. Weak bases. C. All of the above. D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is A. Strong bases. Strong bases are those bases that ionize completely in aqueous solution to produce positively charged metallic ion and negatively charged hydroxide ion. The next question says, which of the following is a strong base? A. Calcium oxide. B. Ammonia. C. Sodium hydroxide. D. Hydrochloric acid. In this question, the correct answer is C. Sodium hydroxide. Among these options, sodium hydroxide is a strong base. The next question says, the bases that ionize slightly in aqueous solution to produce positively charged metallic ion and negatively charged hydroxide ion are called dash. A. Strong bases. B. Weak bases. C. All of the above. D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is B. Weak bases. There are bases called weak bases. Studies have shown in chemistry that these weak bases ionize slightly in aqueous solution to produce positively charged metallic ion and negatively charged hydroxide ion. The next question says, which of the following bases is useful in production of toothpaste? A. Sodium hydroxide. B. Magnesium hydroxide. C. Calcium hydroxide. D. Potassium hydroxide. In this question, the correct answer is B. Magnesium hydroxide. Magnesium hydroxide is a base that is highly useful in production of toothpaste. Studies have shown that this magnesium hydroxide plays a great role in the synthesis or production of toothpaste. It's one of the ingredients that scientists use in production of toothpaste. If this is the first time you are watching our video, if this is the first time you are joining this channel, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel so that you can study other topics that we have treated in many of our videos. In this channel, we make educational videos in science subjects. We study science subjects with questions and answers for a better understanding.